Welcome to AEA 2009, the annual conference and trade show for the Aircraft Electronics Association. As is our wont, we're running around having a good time, but also asking those assembled three basic questions. The first of which is, how do you judge the state of the industry at the present time?
There's reason for serious concern, primarily because of the constant drumbeat against corporate aviation. That worries me a lot. I'm very antagonistic toward the media that does that, beating down on corporate jets as if they're a toy. I thought we were past that a long time ago. So that is reason for concern. In general, we've had some slippage in our order book. No cancellations, but a little slippage. But there's reason to be concerned about going forward, but I'm a very positive guy, and I believe we'll come out of it hopefully quicker, sooner rather than later.
I think like most sectors, we're all feeling it a little bit. Avionics is obviously a pretty highly priced sort of industry to be in. So yes, we've seen a downturn, but I don't think it's impacted perhaps as much as other sectors globally.
I would say it's not as booming as it was. People are definitely stepping back from doing the latest upgrades, you know, with the different manufacturers like Collins and L3 and Honeywell and all them, but their presence is still there. Everybody knows and wants the latest and greatest, but with the state of the economy, I think it's definitely taking a hit. But it looks like things may be on an upturn, and hopefully, you know, that look will turn into something a little stronger, more firmer, and definitely bounce back.
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
I think it's suffering like a lot of the other industries, not to the degree some of like our financial and banking industry or our automotive industry are, but I think it's flat at best, and I think particularly for this one that caters to a lot of general aviation and business aviation. Business aviation, just by its nature, has come under intense scrutiny, given the issues that we're having with some of our major corporations that have problems in the United States.
What we're seeing is, of course, in the economic downturn, a lot of operators are either putting on hold some jobs in upgrading their aircraft, or they're moving it off to the right. What we're seeing is the small number of aircraft transactions that are taking place is where people will spend some money, because now they're getting the aircraft for the first time, so they're going to do some changes at that time that maybe they wouldn't if they were in the process of ongoing aircraft ownership.
In light with the current economic situation, as far as aviation industry, I don't really see it being really affected that much at the moment. At least we haven't seen it personally, but I know there are companies like the NBAA and CBAA operators that are hurting, but it's, I don't know, I'd like to remain a positive outlook on it, I guess.
Sunny or cloudy, rainy or bright, day or night. The future of flying is now clearly in sight. Garmin SVT, synthetic vision technology.
I think considering everything, the way everything has been going, I think it's been pretty good. Of course, I think you'd like to see it a little bit better, but I think overall, in a general sense, I think it's going to be okay. And everybody needs to fly, so everybody needs the products that's here. So I think it'll eventually pick up and it'll be okay.
Well, what I think we're seeing in the circles I run in and the dealers that I deal with is pretty much all of the discretionary funds that were once available for any type of upgrades that aren't mandatory, that aren't going to be saving fuel, saving lives, that aren't flight critical, those funds have been either absorbed elsewhere or taken off the list for, you know, future upgrades. So what we're having to do now is everybody is having to struggle a little bit more, try to make things a little more creative, a little more attractive for people to want to spend the upgrades, try to tie it into any kind of fuel savings, any kind of safety rationale. You know, right now everybody's just kind of hunkering down, and some industries, you know, the utility companies, the medical companies, those type of corporations are still continuing to fly. Their flight hours are still up, but you see a lot of other corporate entities, especially given the bad press, their flight hours have dropped significantly, and you see a lot of flight departments that are just outright closing. So it's kind of a scary time.
I think it's doing well. We're you know, in a tough time like everybody else, but I think we're trying to work our way through it. The AEA is definitely working hard with the FAA to try and figure out how we're going to weather the storm like everybody else is. So, you know, the current state of things is not what we all wish it would be, but it's not as bad as it could be. So I think we're all going to make it all right.